Hey everybody, this is Richard. Today's the 14th of May and I wanted to do just a real quick video highlighting a couple trades that we recently saw. So what you're going to see here is that we bought the overnight algo, the Geronimo ES, and you see that in the bottom left chart there. You see that we bought as the market was closing yesterday. And in the top middle chart, you can see how the S&P moved overnight. And so the equity markets haven't opened yet. So at the time of this recording, the markets it was kind of still the pre-market movement that we were seeing right here. But I wanted to show this chart just so you could see, and that's a 10-minute chart. But what's gonna happen is one of the inflation reports comes out, and we'll see how the S&P responds to that. But again, this algorithm bought the overnight S&P and it held overnight, and this strategy, by the way, is used in the, so it's called the Geronimo ES algo, but it's used in the Pro Trader, in the Elite Trader, and also the Smart Pivot. In fact, the Pro actually doubles up on it. So the Pro would trade 2 of these units or 2 contracts per 50,000 that it trades, where the Elite Trader trades 1 per 35K, and then the Smart Pivot 1 per 25K. Now I do have this sped up as well, but you can see that the job report, or not the job, but the inflation report came out and the market initially sold off. That's why you see it kind of in the red here. But again, equities haven't officially opened yet, and so that's why we're still in the trade. But what you'll see is that eventually this does stabilize a bit, and then it decides to rebound. And as we see in this video, it's gonna go ahead and hit the target. And so what you see is that it eventually hits the target after it trades around the kind of just a little bit higher for a little while. But you do see also that we get into the emerald long, and that's in this top right corner. And so at this point, we actually are in 2 trades. We're in the overnight algo still, and then also the emerald long. And what you see is that eventually we hit our target. And so once we hit our target, that momentum algo takes a profit of about $493 per unit traded. And again, a unit would be just kind of a contract size. So if you're trading the Pro, that would be $493 times 2. So roughly $900 per unit, and a unit is 50,000. That would be the Pro Trader. If you're in the Smart Pivot, it'd be $493 per 25,000 traded is what. So it's kind of a smaller gain, but still it's a nice little gain. And what you see is that the emerald does get in. So eventually though, that one also gets out. And when it gets out, it ends up taking a profit of about $406. And so about 8 S&P points is what it captured on that. And when you combine them, that's where you get the total. So the total that we made in this kind of short period was about $1,799 per 50,000 traded on the Pro Trader, about $900, basically $899 on the Elite, and then $899 on the Smart Pivot. And that's just because we take the 2 strategies that we're in and you add them together. And so the Smart Pivot on a percent basis was up a little bit more, but that's because it trades in $25,000 unit sizes. So just remember though that past performance is not indicative of future performance. Remember that trading futures does involve substantial risk of loss. It's not appropriate for all investors. And remember, I'm not a CTA, I'm what they call a third-party developer. And so I offer the algorithms to be traded under a letter of direction. But remember that these are fully automated, 100% automated algorithms. They trade with NFA registered brokers. And we have a few different packages you can choose from. So if you have any questions, reach out. We'd love to talk to you about pricing and give you some more details and even a demo if you'd like. So why don't you reach out and we'll be in touch with you. But thank you so much for watching. Just remember, past performance is not indicative of future performance. It's definitely not for everyone. There's definitely risk involved in trading futures, and carefully consider that before you decide to move forward. Thank you so much for watching though, and have a great day. Bye-bye.